Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of our cities. Oh my god, that was loud. And my public transport is immediately ruining my opening shot by inconveniencing each other. Oh well. Finally remembered that this game is actually supposed to have nighttime, so I went ahead and turned that on. I don't know if I'm going to continue playing with it because it's a bit annoying. As you can also notice, I've officially grown tired of the soundtrack of this game, so I'm going to go back to doing what I usually do, which is just play SimCity 4 soundtrack, so that's probably going to make the quality of these videos even worse. Oh well. In between the episodes, I have done some stuff, and yes, bro, this is... Dude, I can't see shit. Ah, at least there's a massive forest fire over here that is gonna... gonna help light up the sky, although honestly this doesn't really improve my vision, does it? However, just like that, the sun rises upon my shitty anti-aliased city without enough anti-aliasing. Today I think we're gonna start developing this area a bit more now that we have a nice bus connection to it. As you can see though, I have gone out and unlocked some more map tiles in between episodes, or fuck, never mind. I unlocked these. I don't know. Don't remember. What I have done, what I do know for a fact that I've done that is new is I've gone ahead and added an outside connection to my water network, and I've added more water pumps. So I don't know, we can get back to trying to drain this area, because so far it hasn't worked at all really. I've gone ahead and thickened the water walls, or whatever you want to call them, the dikes. So if that was the problem, then you know, maybe that'll help. I mean, there's a little quote-unquote river here. Maybe that's part of the problem. It looks so nice, though. It would be a real shame to... Also, I have not unlocked these, and I'm out of unlocks, so never mind that river. That will live. But yeah, building all of these cool things, though, to try and drain the water is certainly not a great thing for my budget. Actually, no, my budget is fine. Still, though, I want to make more. Want to make more money. I guess maybe we're going to be making money from water exports, actually, so... Don't know if we're going to be getting into the green here. Service trade. Oh yeah, look at that. Quite a lot of coin. Then again, a single water pump costs what? $20,000 a month. Yeah, so I have 3 of them, and I make almost 20,000. Yeah, so it's not. You can't exactly profit from water pumping. And fuck, I was looking at the wrong one. So actually, yeah, never mind. We're still not profiting, but you know, it's closer to being possible than I thought. One way to make money though is coal mining, which I'm going to try and do. We're going to do it over here. Did explain earlier how I wanted to avoid creating ground pollution in this area, because I want that to be a proper urbanized area. So there's oil here too. Maybe we can do some of that too, although I don't think I have unlocked oil, but I will get to that, I'm sure. Maybe we can export electricity. I don't know if that would be more profitable. Slope too steep. Yeah, okay. Give me a second and then I'll figure out something. If this is to believe, that's a lot of coal, and that should be a lot of profit. We're actually getting to the point where we could do with another power plant as well. And then this new coal production area I've built. Now, sort of by the way, for those who are wondering why I am so worried about ground pollution when it comes to my coal stuff, it's that eventually this will have to be shut down, because coal will run out relatively quickly, and so, you know, this little village I've made next by to provide workers will also have to be abandoned. Although this probably won't be able to house everyone, but we got a bus network that goes over here. Although actually, if I can, what I should do is drag route to install new waypoints. Although before I do that, I should add an actual bus stop. And we can give the coal people their own little bus stop down here. If anything, this bus stop is kind of now a bit silly. I'll actually change it over there. And I'll grab this. Move it there. So yeah, people can still go over here, but now supplying this area with workers will be the priority. Because, yeah, I don't know how 10 people are able to operate this entire thing, but they are, so... Ska vi se. Another coal plant. Yeah, maybe I should have saved some room. Another thing I've unlocked along with coal mining is the ability to name it. Allowing for glorious LARP. Green clean coal. Green because, you know, green force. Clean because, I mean, calling clean coal clean is something that companies do, right? In order to justify the fact that it's not clean and that it's destroying the atmosphere and all that. So I thought I'd add that, make this more realistic, you know? I did talk about in the first episode, I think, about naming shit after people in the comments. So now that I finally have proper districts, why don't we do that? In fact, I think this first district here should be named after the first comment. And just like that, we have names for all our areas. Seeing as this was the first area, I named it, as I said, after Daniel, the first commentator on my first episode. Seeing as I've only had a total of 3 people comment on my videos, I decided to be a bit creative. And so another part of Daniel's name was given to this area. This is the depot, because it has my tram depot. This is tram junction, because, you know, trams tend to gather here. Froy commented that he wouldn't mind a place called Froy Street, or a street called Froy Street, so I decided that this road should become Froy Street, and fuck it, why don't we give that name to this whole area? I think that can work. I'm gonna make it work. Crime scene. Oh damn, Froy Street is a dangerous place. And the only other comment I could find was, of course, on my newest video from a guy asking where the next EU4 Mayu vid is. And the answer to that is tomorrow, as of me recording this, so this will be Tomorrow Town. Now, I'm going to try and stop LARPing and actually get building. Once I can think of what I want to build. I suppose I did unlock this area for a reason, so I really should just start working on that by expanding the highway and then figuring out where I want all the things. Because at this point I can't postpone it any longer, and I will need to start work on this area. Mainly so that I know what space will be left over for me to put a farm, an animal farm specifically. Oh shit! We are seeing something truly fascinating here. Actual fucking traffic. I don't know why that makes me happy, but that does imply that traffic is indeed a big danger that we need to be worried about. They are taking forever to get shit done here. I never thought I'd miss the pain, but I suppose without the pain of of traffic, then it isn't satisfying to make something well functioning, you know. Decided to add a bit of suburb here, just to deal with that low density demand. Now, as far as I understand, the demand isn't necessarily something you should listen too hard about. Unoccupied buildings, happiness, okay. Not like you can just brute force more dense buildings, but oh, another forest fire. Yeah, see, no, this one is a problem actually. I've been very much intentionally, but I don't know. Maybe this is God's hint that, you know, I should really just accept the inevitable and turn this area into a farm. Would be nice to have it right by the animal feed. And like I wish there was or maybe there is a way and I just don't know about it. A way to like basically go, I acknowledge that your ground pollution problems are real, but I also genuinely do not care. So like, stop complaining. I'm not fixing it. Like, I don't even think you can fix it, to be honest. I think this is an okay place for the train yard. I don't think I'll be super happy with it no matter what I do. I'm just going to place down the subway yard as well, because I definitely do not have a good idea of where I'm going to be putting that, so that can just sit wherever. Because what I've realized is we can just build this and turn it off, which I'll probably do for this one too, because that's a lot of money that I don't want to pay. Mainly just so that I can then actually unlock the subway station so I can start planning out where to put them. Because I do want some sort of big, a big area where like a lot of public transport comes around or comes together in sort of this-ish area. Before anything else though, I think I'm going to turn this little crossing that I mostly made just to make sure everything is somewhat aligned. I'm going to turn this into another one of these on and off ramps. Hopefully a very simple on-off ramp like this will do the trick and... oh, hello. Why does this keep happening? On fire. Yeah, I will. I mean, just don't cut my railroad link, please. I don't have enough map tiles to undo that. Although, once again, I don't know if that's going to be possible. Let's just hope that if this thing can't destroy stuff outside the map, then it doesn't go back over there. Although, of course, the worst thing would be if this made it to the actual city. I just jinxed it, didn't I? I know it's silly to insist on trying to build above-ground subways, but I like to see my subway, and I don't know, it also feels kind of unrealistic to expect to have like a massive underground subway system for a, let's face it, very small town of only 6,000 people. But yeah, I should be able to just turn these off. Okay, they still cost a bit of upkeep just to keep around, but yeah, we can keep them mostly out of service. Not really sure how I'm gonna sneak the subway. Yeah, I added some roundabouts here that I thought would look cool, even if the on-off ramp doesn't really connect to them. I suppose... Let me think. Now, one thing that is sad about this current iteration of above-ground subways or metro lines in general is the fact that there is no elevated station. Because one of the coolest things is, of course, to make elevated subways, in my opinion. Especially now that you can make these above-road subways in vanilla. I did not know that was a thing, but I am glad for it. Now, I will admit I did not know this, but yeah, it is a bit silly that they would have added that, and then they didn't add the ability to have, like, you know, stations properly connected to it. And I'm not a huge fan of the fact that it really doesn't like to put pillars down. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is... I don't think this is very realistic. Even my attempts at manually placing them doesn't seem to work so far. Man, this is taking forever. You can just see how much money I've lost at this point, because I keep moving all the various things around. The bus terminal, the tram crap, the blah blah blah. Oh man, none of this is aligned. I'm like spending way too much time for something that really isn't even that great. But I'm starting to get an idea though, although I realize now that this will have to be moved. We're gonna have our thing sort of pop up to the right here. So really, I'm just wondering now where I'm gonna put my bus terminal. And then I think I will be kind of closer. Also, this is really cool, the fact that you can build these like elevated metros, but they're like proper concrete under them. You can have these little nice roads that just go like, nice. I mean, you could tell that I've been spending time. I'm not even playing Sims 4 music anymore, because I've just been like restarting the game and it's auto-playing the in-game music again. And the forest is still on fire. I wonder if abandoned buildings ever get unabandoned. Like, it has been abandoned by occupants. Like, okay, fair enough, but like, will they move in again at some point, or should I destroy it? Because that's how it usually worked in. Well, at least in SimCity 4. Now that I'm thinking about this game, I suddenly I don't fully know. I realize, but I think I'm going to settle for this as my little transport hub. This is a pedestrian street, by the way, if you don't recognize it, on the off chance that you're watching this without playing the game yourself. Yeah, I don't know why there's like a hedge here, although actually no, it seems like the hedge has gone away when I put a pedestrian thing here, so maybe they can walk between the bus thingy and the the subway station and the train station. So yeah, this ended up being a lot less central than I would have liked, but at this point I'm definitely not redoing it. This does mean that this rail yard will definitely need to be shifted a bit in its position. Although, this does also make me realize, like... Yeah, because I was thinking of putting it over here when I unlock some more stuff. That might still work. You know what, let's not stand here and philosophize. And then I'm thinking, however, that... Yeah, we're gonna have train here, and then... Yeah, because a lot of it will also depend on how this little inland ocean of mine is gonna work out. Does that look like the sea level has gone down a bit? The sun makes it hard. It kind of gives the impression that it has, but... It is difficult to say. I suppose... Actually, no, I suppose I do want to be a bit careful about my money. And is this fucking force still going? I mean, I guess I have had the game paused a lot. But yeah. This does mean, yeah, my subway... fuck it. As I said, what is done is done. Subway station here, and then I think I'm also going to add one to Tram Junction.
This is an emergency broadcast.
The emergency, yeah. It's literally the forest has been on fire, like, the last couple of episodes. Like, chill. Oh. I guess we just found out what happens to abandoned buildings. It collapsed. Alright. Let's collapse some more buildings, and add some subway. Oh mine, we're actually really quite close to getting a balanced budget here. Maybe I should start. I mean, they still really want industry, which I think is still full of shit, because like... I was wondering if something had gone wrong with my trash. No, it was just a massive shadow of this tornado that is still just hanging out. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the actual jobs section, you can see that there are plenty of open positions. So I think they're just full of it. If you actually click on the demand thing, it's like, oh, unoccupied buildings. Local labor available, basically, but it's like, okay, they can work elsewhere. I think I want a big parking lot by the train station. I don't know if, I mean, then again, do I really need that? There are actually parking lots built into the train station, so I suppose I should see if, well, then again, I don't actually know if there's a good way for you to know whether or not parking is being a problem. Parking is being a problem or not, so, yeah, I mean, I said, okay, well, never mind. We are starting to see some growth here. So, yeah, I suppose it really is just, it really does come down to, you just have to refuse to give them low density. Although I do want to do some more sprawl, like over here, for example. So, I suppose I can get working on that. Has this fire... Hey, this fire is dead. Excellent. At some point, I might expand this tram line to maybe this area, depending on, yeah, on what happens, but if I didn't mention it, I have started doing livestock farming here. Fuck the forest. It's over. It sounds like I'm almost like out of breath or something, or just like struggling right now. It's because I kind of am. I just finished watching the last episode of Attack on Titan, so my mind is racing, and like I'm dealing with a lot of shit, and I'm literally city building as a way to try and like collect myself. Okay, now that I've let the game run a bit, we are starting to see some nasty... Yeah, so now we're getting to the infamous not enough customers thingy. And I don't think there's anything you can really do to fix that. That's just part of the game as of right now. Worried about this though. It says high rent. Okay, so they can't pay rent. But they are also... Okay, high crime, unreliable mail service. Oh yeah. I suppose this is part of the problem, actually. I should do something about this. Internet servers. Yeah, I have kind of been ignoring all of this stuff. Small homes. Good education. I mean, I haven't even bothered building a college yet. I have unlocked it though, so I'm thinking maybe a university should be in this area. Some place where the entire city can access it. I don't know how many colleges you need. Probably only one. At least for a very, very long time, so... Having that in a place where you can get... Or that people can get to with the public transport sounds logical. Damn, this game really wants me to have manually put down post boxes everywhere. Glorious. Handles local incoming, outgoing mail. Postmans pick up mail from boxes. Alright. I can put down this. Probably, I mean, yeah, it's trucks, right? So somewhere with good car access. So near to one of these highway on-off ramps seems logical. Okay, I've put down my post thingy. Now I don't... Okay, so it says green everywhere here. Like, what happens if I put down a post box by the school, for example? Okay, so that's now a different type of green? What if I place one not by the alley school? Okay, so that doesn't change the greenness of the area. I don't know if, you know, if you put down post boxes simply far away from the post collection area, or if you're expected to also have these little post boxes in the area, quote unquote, covered by that. Hey, and we have officially posted our way into big or busy town. Oh shit, I just realized how expensive the upkeep for these radio masts are. But yeah, I've placed them all around the city. Don't know, I mean, I don't see how this is going to give anyone internet, but... Telecom tower for 1 million? Hell no. No way, Jose, I'm giving you that. If you want some shitty radio, though, I mean, someone's got to listen to the stuff here. I don't know how I was listening to it, if it wasn't technically available until now, but... Ooh, it's raining. I was wondering if that was even turned off. I guess this map just doesn't rain a lot. There's just a lot of tornadoes, I suppose. Also, this collapsed building did eventually vanish, so... But yeah, maybe people will now be happy enough to, like... Shut up. Lack of entertainment, okay. Unreliable internet. Yeah, well... There was nothing in the policies or shit like that I can do. Roadside parking fee. I should add that regardless, actually. Fuck the... Special building... Special... Yeah, there are no, like, okay, transportation overview, city statistic, no. Don't think there is, like, a service... There's no, like, nationwide? Like, a citywide, policy thing. Oh, never mind, there's a fucking, there's a city policies thingy. Although it isn't, there aren't a lot of them, though, so... Nothing here about internet, either. Advanced pollution? Nah, fuck it. I mean, the seas can rise all they want. Or landscaping is free. I can literally just build walls. I've had another break in recording to try and wrap my head around the issue of people not wanting denser housing, and there doesn't seem to be a consensus, and it seems to be hard to figure out what is a bug and what is a feature, as it were. It seems that people basically always want low density residential, so you kind of have to force them to want higher density. So we're going to try and increase land value. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. More land value, you know, people would be willing to live in houses they don't necessarily want if the value is higher. So my reluctance, as you could call it, to build proper, you know, institutions so far has been, or needs to change, I suppose. Mostly just because, you know, I didn't think there, you know, as long as there weren't any fire rights, I thought that would be fine, but I guess, oh fuck me, that is a lot of upkeep. Yeah, okay, maybe just spamming out some more firehouses will do the trick. I mean, I already built one more, but, Police, crime, yeah, I also have no idea what, like, what's a good crime rate, as it were. Well, I mean, I suppose no crime rate would be good, but you know what I mean. Come on, let's see if we can slap down one of these bad boys. Don't want it here, though. Oof. Maybe here. I don't know exactly how it calculates these kinds of things. Oh, I've already built the park there, but yeah, something like that. Yeah, it seems to... Oh god, yeah, it does. I mean... They shouldn't need to park here anyways, right? They have their own garages for actual police cars, so they can take the fucking bus to work, fuckers. Another thing is we need to provide more jobs, because even if there is a lot of open positions, I suppose what they want is just like an obscene amount of jobs. Just like way more than you think you need. I guess a lot of the open ones are also for well-educated people. And I've so far been very reluctant to build any sort of education system because I didn't feel like I didn't want to build it unless I had to. But I guess the fact that that they need to be more educated to live in apartments for some reason is, or at least that helps. Or I suppose it's more the land value increases that come from living near education facilities that would be good. I mean, yeah, you can see how this place isn't really covered by any primary education in elementary, so having access to that would be useful, I'm sure. Where could I place? I mean, I didn't plan any of this area with this kind of stuff in mind. There's a bit of a hill here, but I suppose I would want it nearby transportation. Although it doesn't seem like schools are big producers of traffic in this. Although I suppose it's hard to tell with traffic being as low in general as it is here. I don't know like how kids would get to school. Well, I guess I'm gonna have a trap line on both sides here, so unless I could fit it like... Ooh, I can totally fit it over here, actually. Because that way it would be close to this thing. Tram and all of these things from the little transport hub of mine. Yes, in fact, I'm thinking here, overlapping items. Okay, not quite. There we go. So yeah, despite the fact that there is way more... Actually, was there an addition you could make in order to increase range? Clinic, extension wing, no. So I suppose yeah, I guess that's one of the problems in this game and the real world with these tiny houses is that people want schools close by, but you're gonna need a lot of schools, and because there are no different sizes schools in this, you're gonna need a lot more schools than you think. Even if the school isn't, although this one isn't actually that far from being full, so it isn't actually outrageous. I suppose I could set operating districts, although I'm not gonna fuck with that until I have to. Mostly out of laziness. I feel like that's a recipe for accidentally causing more problems than I solve, so I'll start working on this. I think I'll end the episode here, and then I'll start the next one by talking about industry and how we're gonna shit out more low-paying manufacturing jobs, I suppose. Autosave, good timing. Thanks so much for watching this episode, and until next time, bye.